Long time no see.
Hello. And yes, as you just said, long time no see.
Have you heard this phrase before? Long time no see.
I'm sure you have.
If you're listening to this, you've probably heard it in movies, or maybe, a friend has said it to you. It's a very common phrase.
In English, it is extremely common.
Yeah.
But, and this is what we're looking at today, it's also a very special phrase.
It feels a little different, doesn't it, when I say it? Long time no see. It doesn't feel like standard English grammar.
You are absolutely right. And that is our mission for this deep dive.
Welcome, everyone.
Today, we're not just learning a greeting. We're going to be language detectives. We're going to look at the history, the grammar.
And the hidden story behind this one little phrase.
And the best part is, we're going to see how the Chinese language literally changed a piece of the English language.
It's a fascinating story. It's about trade and travel.
And just how people find ways to communicate. But before we dive in, I just want to welcome our listeners. We know many of you are learning English.
That is right. So for this deep dive, we're going to do things a little differently. We'll be speaking slowly.
Very clearly.
We want to make sure you understand every idea. We'll leave pauses so you can, think about it.
And we'll explain any difficult words.
So sit back, relax, and let's start with the basics. What does long time no see actually mean?
Well, on the surface, the meaning is simple. It's a greeting. It means, I have not seen you for a long time.
I've not seen you for a long time. Okay, that's the full sentence.
Exactly. So imagine you have a friend. Let's call him John. You see John every day.
Right.
Then John goes on a long trip. He's gone for, say, 2 months.
2 months is a pretty long time.
It is. So when John comes back and you see him on the street, you're happy. You want to acknowledge that time has passed. So you say,
"Hey, John. Long time no see."
Exactly. It expresses two things. It says hello.
And it also kind of says, "I missed you," or at least "I noticed you were gone."
That's a great way to put it. Now, the context is really important. When do we use it?
Right. So can I use it if I saw you yesterday?
No. That would just be, it would be confusing.
It would be a joke.
It would be sarcasm, yes.
Yeah.
If you said that to me, I'd think you were pretending it's been a long time.
Okay, so it has to be at least
What?
a few weeks?
I would say a few weeks minimum.
Yeah.
Maybe a month. Maybe a year.
Or 10 years. You see an old friend from school.
Yes. 10 years is perfect. If you see an old classmate, long time no see is probably the first thing you'd say.
Okay, so we get the meaning. But I want to go back to what I said earlier. The phrase just feels strange. The long time no see.
You have a very good ear for language. The reason it feels strange is actually quite simple.
All right.
The grammar is wrong.
It's wrong.
In terms of standard English, yes. It's technically incorrect.
Okay, let's unpack this. Why is it incorrect? What rule is it breaking?
So to understand this, we need a quick look at how English sentences are built. English is what linguists call an SVO language.
SVO. What does that stand for?
It stands for subject, verb, object.
Subject, verb, object. Can you give us a really simple example?
Of course. Let's take the sentence, I eat the apple.
Okay. I is the subject. That's me, the one doing the action.
Correct. Eat is the verb, the action itself.
And the apple is the object, the thing that gets eaten.
Exactly. I eat the apple. Subject, verb, object. Almost every complete sentence in English follows this basic rule. She drives the car, he reads the book.
Okay, so now let's look at long time no see.
Right. Let's try to find the parts. Long time no see. Where's the subject?
There isn't one. There's no I or you or we.
Exactly. It's missing. Now, where is the main verb? Is there a have or an am?
No. I mean, see is there, but it's not acting like a main verb. It feels different.
You're absolutely right. So this phrase is missing both the subject and the main verb.
Yeah.
It completely breaks the SVO rule. Linguists have a word for this. They call it agrammatic.
Agrammatic. So no grammar.
It means it doesn't follow the standard rules of grammar. If you wrote this in a formal English essay for school, your teacher would mark it wrong.
But we say it. Native speakers say it every single day.
And that's the beauty of language, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a phrase becomes so popular, so useful, that we just ignore the rules. We call it a fixed expression.
A fixed expression. So we're not thinking about the grammar. We just memorize the whole chunk.
Yes, you treat the whole phrase like one single word, in a way.
But there must be a reason. Why this specific phrase? Why did it break the rules and survive? Why don't we say, big time no see?
That is the perfect question. And that is where the story gets really interesting. It breaks the rules of English because it isn't following English rules.
What?
It's following Chinese rules.
Wait a second. Are you saying that when I say this English phrase, I am actually using Chinese grammar?
Yes. That is exactly what has happened.
That is mind-blowing. Okay, tell us more about the source.
The phrase, long time no see, is a direct word-for-word translation from a phrase in Mandarin Chinese.
And what's the Chinese phrase?
The phrase is hao ji bu jian.
Hao ji bu jian. Okay, let's bring that down for our listeners.
Let's do it word by word. First, you have hao and ji.
I know how. Like in ni hao, it means good, right?
Usually, yes. But in this specific context, hao acts as an intensifier, means very, and ju means a long time or duration.
So hao ju means very long time.
Exactly, which in English we just shorten to long time. Now, the next word is bu.
Bu. That's easy. It means no or not.
Correct. And the final word is jian.
And jian means to see.
It does. So if you put it all together and translate it literally word for word, what do you get?
Very long time. No. See. Long time no see. It's a perfect match.
A perfect match. In linguistics, we have a special name for this. It's called a calque.
A calque. That's a new word for me. How do you spell that?
It's spelled C-A-L-Q-U-E, calque. It's from a French word that means a copy.
So a calque is when you take a phrase from one language and just translate the words directly into another language.
Without changing the grammar or the structure. You keep the foreign grammar, but you put on English words.
So, long time no see is a Chinese sentence wearing English clothes.
That is a brilliant way to describe it. A Chinese sentence wearing English clothes. And this explains why it feels agrammatic to an English speaker.
Because Chinese grammar is different.
Right. In Chinese, for example, you can often drop the subject of a sentence if the context makes it clear who you're talking about.
So in Chinese, saying hao ju bu jian is perfectly normal, correct grammar.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, no.
It's a completely normal grammatical sentence in Chinese.
This is so cool. But I have a history question now.
My favorite kind.
How did this happen? I mean, how does a Chinese phrase travel all the way into everyday English? It wasn't just one person, right?
No, not at all. It was business, big business. To understand this, we have to go back in time. We need to go back to the 19th century, the 1800s.
Okay, I'm picturing it. The 1800s. Where are we?
We are in the South China Sea. Specifically, we're in the port of Canton, which today we call Guangzhou.
Guangzhou, a huge city in southern China.
Exactly. And in the 1800s, this was an incredibly busy place. You had ships from the British Empire, merchants from the United States.
And what were they all doing there?
Trading. They were desperate to buy Chinese goods. Tea, silk, porcelain.
So you have English-speaking sailors and merchants on one side.
And Chinese-speaking merchants on the other. And here's the problem.
They don't speak each other's languages.
Not at all. The British sailors certainly didn't speak Chinese. And the Chinese merchants didn't speak standard English. Plus, the government at the time had strict rules. Foreigners had to stay in one small area near the harbor.
So they're all stuck together in this port. They have to make deals, they have to negotiate prices, but they can't communicate.
Well, necessity is the mother of invention. They needed a way to talk. So they created a new language.
A whole new language.
Yes, they created what we call a pidgin language.
Pidgin. P-I-D-G-I-N. Is that related to the bird, the pigeon?
It sounds the same, but it's different. A lot of linguists actually think the word pigeon itself comes from the Chinese pronunciation of the English word business.
No way.
Yes. Imagine saying business with a Chinese accent.
Yeah.
Maybe it sounds like bijin, which becomes pigeon.
So Chinese Pidgin English was literally Chinese business English.
That's the theory. It was a simplified language. It mostly used English words because the British and American traders were in a position of power. But the grammar, the sentence structure, was often Chinese.
Because the people actually speaking it and forming the sentences day to day were native Chinese speakers.
You've got it. So you end up with these perfect little hybrid phrases like long time no see. The vocabulary is English, but the structure is Chinese.
And I'm guessing this pidgin language became really popular.
It was essential. For nearly 100 years, this was the language of trade in the ports of China. Sailors learned it, merchants learned it.
And when those sailors went home to London or New York,
they took the phrases with them. They'd use them, maybe as a joke at first or just out of habit. Hey, mate, long time no see. And slowly, over many, many years, it stopped being pidgin and just became English.
Now, I have heard another theory. Some people say this phrase might have come from Native Americans.
You are right to bring that up. If you watch old Western movies, you often hear Native American characters speaking in a similar way, saying things like, long time no see.
So is it possible it came from them instead?
It's possible, but most experts now believe the Chinese origin is the much stronger theory.
Why is that? What's the evidence?
It comes back to that calque we talked about.
Yeah.
The translation from the Chinese, hajubujian, is so perfect. It's a precise word-for-word match. We just don't have that kind of perfect, direct source in any known Native American languages.
That makes a lot of sense. The evidence points to China.
It really does. It's just a wonderful example of how languages are alive. They mix, they borrow, they change.
Which brings me to the modern world. We still use long time no see, but our communication has changed.
Completely. We have phones, email, the internet.
So if I'm talking to my friend on the telephone, I'm not seeing them. Can I still say long time no see?
You can, and people do. It's perfectly acceptable. But English speakers love to be playful. We like to adapt words to fit a situation. So there is a modern variation.
What is it?
Long time no hear.
Long time no hear. I like that.
It follows the exact same pattern, you see. You'd use it on a phone call.
Or maybe if you get a voice message from someone.
Yes, perfect example. It just means we haven't spoken in a long time.
Is there another one?
There is. Long time no speak. That was also very common.
Long time no speak. Very clear. These are great examples of how we take a phrase and just start playing with it.
We make it our own. We modify it.
Okay, so I do a lot of texting, WhatsApp, Messenger, all that. Are there shortcuts?
Oh, in the world of texting, of course there are. People love abbreviations. So you might see this acronym, LTNS.
LTNS.
Can you guess what it stands for?
Let me try. L for long, T for time, N for no, S for C.
You got it. LTNS.
So if an old friend texts me out of the blue, they might just write, hey, LTNS.
Exactly that. It's very informal. It's definitely slang, but it's extremely common in digital communication.
That is amazing. A phrase from a Chinese port in the 1800s is now 4 letters on my smartphone.
It really shows the staying power of the phrase. It has survived and adapted for 200 years.
This makes me so curious. If long time no see came from Chinese Pidgin English, are there others?
Oh, there are many others. You use them all the time and probably have no idea.
I want to hear them. Give me a good one.
Okay. Here's a phrase you definitely know. No can do.
No can do. Yes, I use that all the time. It means I can't do it or that's impossible.
Right. Your friend asks for help moving house this weekend, but you're busy. You say, sorry, no can do.
I've never thought about the grammar of that one. No, can do. It's just as strange, isn't it?
It's a grammatic, just like long time no see. In standard English, you should say, I cannot do it.
So let me guess. It's another calque.
It's another calque. It's from
What?
Chinese Pidgin English. In Chinese, a common way to say something is impossible is buneng zu.
Let's see. Bu is no, ning is can, zu is do.
No can do.
It's another perfect direct translation.
Yes. The English sailors heard the Chinese merchants saying this when they couldn't agree on a price, and they picked it up.
That's brilliant. Okay, what else have you got?
How about when you want someone to hurry up? To go faster?
Yes. Sometimes I might say chop chop.
Chop chop.
Wait, don't tell me chop chop is Chinese.
It is.
Really? I always thought it was about, chopping wood, like chop the wood faster.
That's a very logical guess, but it's not correct. It actually comes from the Cantonese dialect of Chinese.
Cantonese. So from that same region, Guangzhou and Hong Kong.
The very same. In Cantonese, the word for urgent or fast is cap.
Cap.
And in Chinese, it's very common to repeat a word to add emphasis. So cap means very fast or hurry, hurry.
So the English sailors heard cap, cap.
And to their ears, it sounded like chop, chop. So he started shouting it at people to get them to work faster. Go on, chop, chop.
I will never hear that phrase the same way again. Okay, give me one more.
I have a deeper one. This one is more about culture and psychology. Have you heard the phrase to lose face?
To lose face, of course. It means to be embarrassed in public. To lose your dignity or reputation.
Exactly. If you make a huge mistake in a meeting, you feel ashamed. You lose face.
And this is from Chinese.
It is. This is a direct translation of a very important concept in many Asian cultures, especially Chinese culture. The phrase is du lian.
Du lian.
Du yu means to lose or to throw away, and lian means face.
Another literal translation.
A very important one. In the culture, your face isn't just your physical face. It's your social standing, your honor, your reputation.
And it makes sense. If I'm embarrassed, I want to hide my face.
Right. And we also imported the opposite phrase into English. To save face.
To save face, right. To do something to avoid embarrassment or fix your reputation.
Correct. Both of those phrases, losing face and saving face, they came directly from Chinese because they describe a universal human feeling so perfectly.
English needed a good way to say it, and Chinese already had one.
Precisely.
So we've talked about phrases, Are there any simple single words, like nouns?
Yes. Let's talk about food.
Ooh, okay.
What is one of the most famous food sauces in the world, especially in America?
That has to be ketchup. We put it on everything. Hamburgers, fries.
Ketchup. Would you believe me if I told you the word ketchup is originally Chinese?
No way. Ketchup is. It's tomatoes. It's American.
The word is Chinese. It comes from the Hokkien dialect, spoken in Fujian province.
And what was the original word?
The word was ketchup.
Ketchup. What did it mean? Was it a tomato sauce?
Not at all. Tomatoes are from the Americas. They didn't have them in China back then. Ketchup was a fermented fish sauce.
Fish sauce.
Yes, a dark, salty liquid made from preserved fish. It was a cooking ingredient.
That sounds very different from the sweet red sauce we have today.
Completely different. But British sailors in Southeast Asia loved this salty sauce. They brought it back home and called it ketchup.
So they brought the name and the general idea of a savory sauce.
Right. But back in Europe and America, they started experimenting. They made ketchup out of mushrooms or walnuts.
Mushroom ketchup.
It was very popular for a long time. Eventually, in America, they landed on tomatoes, added sugar, and created the ketchup we know today.
But the name from the Chinese fish sauce, it just stayed.
It's a linguistic fossil.
Yeah.
A little piece of history right there in your refrigerator.
This is all so interesting, but now I'm thinking for our listeners, for English learners, we know what these phrases mean, but when should we use them? Politeness is key.
That is probably the most important question. Yes, usage and politeness.
Let's go back to long time no see. Is it formal or informal?
It is definitely 100% informal.
Okay, so let's imagine a situation. I'm at a job interview. I walk in and I realize I met the interviewer once, and maybe 2 years ago. Should I say, hey, long time no see?
Please do not say that.
Why not?
It's far too casual. It sounds like you're old friends. In a professional setting, like a job interview or talking to your boss, you need to maintain a level of formality.
And I guess, as we learned, the grammar is technically broken. Using broken grammar might not be the best first impression for a potential boss.
That's an excellent point. Even though we all use it, in a formal context, it could imply a lack of seriousness.
So what's a better option? What should I say instead if I want to be polite and formal?
You should use full grammatical sentences.
Can you give us an example?
You can say something like, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. That sounds very professional.
Or even better, it's good to see you again. How have you been?
How have you been? That's a classic. Always safe.
Always. So save long time no see for your friends, your family, people you're relaxed with.
Okay, I have another one I want to ask you about. I hear it sometimes.
What is it?
Hey, stranger.
Ah, yes. Hey, stranger.
Is this a good phrase for an English learner to use?
You have to be very, very careful with this one.
Why? A stranger is just someone I don't know well.
True. But when you use it as a greeting for a friend you do know, it has a hidden meaning.
And what's the hidden meaning?
It's usually a little bit of a playful accusation. It implies that your friend has been absent, that they haven't called you or visited you.
So it's kind of like a tiny complaint hidden in a greeting?
Exactly. It's like saying, you've ignored me for so long, you've become like a stranger to me.
Look who finally decided to show up. Hey, stranger.
Precisely.
No.
Now, in some places, like the southern United States, it can be very friendly and warm. It just means I missed you. But for a learner, it's risky.
Why is it so risky?
Because your tone of voice is everything. If your tone is wrong, it can sound genuinely aggressive or passive-aggressive, like you're actually upset with your friend.
I see. So I could accidentally offend someone.
You can make them feel guilty. Long time no see is much, much safer.
Because it's neutral. It just states a fact. It has been a long time.
Correct. There is no hidden accusation. It's just a happy observation.
That is fantastic advice. Stick to the classics.
When in doubt, simple is always better.
We have covered so much ground today. Let's do a really quick recap for everyone listening.
Good idea. Repetition is the key to memory.
Okay, first we learned the meaning of long time no see. It's an informal greeting for friends we haven't seen in a while.
We learned that its grammar is technically agrammatic because it's missing a subject and a verb.
And the reason for that is that it's a calque, a direct word-for-word translation from the Mandarin Chinese phrase, hao ju bajian.
We traveled back to the 1800s to the port of Canton and learned about Chinese Pidgin English, the business language of traders and sailors.
We looked at modern versions like long time no here and the texting slang LTNS.
And we opened a treasure chest of other phrases. No can do.
Chop chop.
Lose face.
And don't forget the fish sauce that became ketchup.
Never forget the ketchup.
And finally, we talked about politeness. Keep long time no see for friends. Use full sentences for your boss.
Yi is a lot of information, but it really just shows how connected the world is and how rich the English language is because of it.
It really is. Every time I say that phrase now, I'm going to think of those sailors in a Chinese port, just trying to find a way to talk to each other.
It's a nice thought. We are all just trying to find ways to understand each other.
So here's a final thought for you, our listeners, to take away.
A challenge for the week.
Yes. Next time you're speaking or listening to English, try to spot these calques. Try to find phrases that sound just a little bit different, a little bit strange.
And ask yourself, where did this come from? What's the story behind it?
There is always a story.
Always.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you enjoyed the journey.
Keep practicing. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Language is built on them.
Exactly. Goodbye, and good luck with your English.
See you next time.